Thank you, Marc Chavet, for that introduction to the 2023 QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series, where we'll be bringing you 9 stepladder matches on our way to crowning our champion. Here you see the qualifiers for our stepladder, led by Dennis Grunheit of Germany, with Daniel McEwen of the U.S. qualifying second. Today in our first match, we'll see Clara Guerrero from Colombia face off against Linday Boomershine of the U.S., with the winner to face number 8 seed Jamie Gonzalez, also from Colombia. This, of course, is a rematch of the first match of our women's series stepladder, where Clara edged out Linday by just a mark, Linday opening in the 9th, nearly converting the washout to take the match. So she'll be looking for some revenge here against Clara in the first match of this Masters Series stepladder. Once again, 9 matches we'll be bringing you on the way to crowning our Masters champion. I'd like to thank QubicaAMF for their sponsorship of this Masters Series and their commitment to 3 more years of sponsorship. So thank you so much to QubicaAMF. And there's Linday starting off on the left lane with a beautiful strike. She's throwing a night road, and it looks like it's got a little bit of surface on it. There is sitting next to her is Jack Blythe. Jack qualified 3rd in the stepladder, so we'll be seeing him later in this series. And beautiful shot through the pocket there for Linday. You can see that ball continue to the left after it goes through the pocket, a sign of a very good angle into the pocket. This is an infinite physics from Clara. This is a more aggressive ball, more aggressive surface. Going to read a little earlier, and indeed it does, and rolls beautifully through the pocket to match Linday's strike to kick things off. Clara, of course, has been on Team Colombia for 20 years. She has won PWBA title. She won in 2016 the PWBA Players Championship, and she is a highly decorated international player, winning 25 gold medals in various international competitions. And she's on the left lane here, staying with that infinite physics. Let's see if that holds up through this match. We'll see if the track starts to hook a little bit early and show some challenges, but first shot there was a good one, and that's a little bit late. Oh, gets the roller, but could not carry the messenger. Let's watch this head pin go to the sideboard, come screaming across the deck, and just in front of the 10 pin. No love there, not giving her the messenger strike. Shout out to Bruno Bidone and Marc Chavet, who are the French commentators for these matches. My name is Bruce Hall, and I'm your international commentator. And here's Clara moving to the ice plastic ball, and no problem cross lane for the spare. And there's Linday. You can see that night road. It's got some surface on it. That's normally a shinier ball, less aggressive ball, but she's got some surface to have this roll. I'm sure our friend Matt McNeil might have had something to do with that surface adjustment. Matt, of course, the captain of Team Vega. Congratulations, they won the Baker Team Series earlier in this series. And that got a little bit right. Comes back, gets the leaner to take out the 10, but cannot carry the 7. So avoids the 7-10, but that's going to come in a little bit late behind the pocket. Is a little bit right of target, but still makes it back. As we said, the pocket pretty available on this oil pattern. The trick is figuring out how to carry. Now Linday will go cross lane with her spare ball. This is a mix, mostly plastic ball, a little bit of urethane in there. That's why they call it the mix. And no trouble on the cover there. We mentioned Team Vega and Captain Matt McNeil. I'd like to congratulate Valentin Saulnier. He defeated Daniel McEwen to win the singles series, but Danielle did come back to claim the women's series crown. So this is actually our 4th series of competition we're bringing you from this bowling promotion tour. Beautiful French countryside is visited by these bowlers as they do their qualifying. 18 games of qualifying here was part of the preparation for this stepladder. Left lane. And beautiful shot over 3rd arrow. Kicks the 10 pin that time. And we want to give a shout out to Linday for claiming her first PWBA Tour title this past May. She won the USBC Queens, and she's also leading in earnings on the PWBA Tour for 2023. So congratulations to Lindsay. Jordan Richard, of course, with 3 titles so far on that tour. So it's a race for Bowler of the Year, with Lindsay very much in the mix. And let's see if Clara can conquer this right lane again. She struck here last time. Yeah, right up at it. And there's another week 10. We saw many, many of those in the women's series. And we see a lot of balls that just try to make this corner and can't. I think Lindsay might be thinking about her surface. This is a very aggressive, the Infinite Physics, very aggressive early turning surface. Might be burning a little bit early. You might need a little bit more reaction on the back end. And let's see if she can figure that out, or has some success, or makes a ball change, or let's see what happens throughout this match. And once again, the ice, no trouble with the spare. Normally, women get an 8-pin handicap in these international matches, and that will happen when we have a mixed match, women versus men, coming on later on. But right now, neither bowler gets any kind of handicap, of course. Next stop on the PWBA Tour is the Lucy, which is the mixed doubles event held in Houston each year. We'll be looking forward to that event. And Clara gets that one out. Turn it up. And once again, a little bit late to the pocket. Doesn't have a lot on the back end. And comes up late for a week 10. You can see she got that a little bit right, but it makes it back to the pocket. Gets the mixer, but not enough to get that 10. That 6-pin just lays down. And now it's going to be a 2-pin deficit for Clara. And let's see if Lindsay can get up and double and extend her lead. And good shot there by Clara. Please stick around afterwards. We're going to see Marc Chavet interview Clara Guerrero, win or lose, after this match. And Marc has a wonderful French accent, of course, being the voice of the Tour de France. He's also got a wonderful American accent as he does his interviews with English-speaking players. So really great and exciting to have Marc as part of this telecast. Here's Lindsay. Let's see what she does. Splits the second and third arrow. Beautiful shot there. Gets her double. So that's going to extend her lead now by 12. And boy, she gave that one the business. She really got through that one. Saved the energy. Perfect through the pocket. You can tell by how that ball deflects, how it's going through. And that Night Road is saving energy and getting through the pins very, very well. You can see she's trying to fight that lane shine by giving the ball a good wipe before it goes. Lindsay on the left lane. Got that one out. Pretty good. Turn it up. Oh, almost carried. A little bit late into the pocket. Certainly looked like the 6-pin might do its job and kick out the 10, but no. A little bit late once again, nibbling around the pocket. We saw this so much in the women's series. It comes out just a tad late making the turn, and the 6-pin wraps around the 10 and leaves her the classic solid 10. And Lindsay will go across lane. These women are impeccable on their spares, and let's hope I have not cursed Lindsay with that comment, but of course not. Beautiful spare there. And now Lindsay with the 11-pin lead over Clara as we move into the 5th frame of this match. The first match of 9 stepladder matches we'll be bringing you as part of the QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Strike Tour Masters Series. Just Clara on that right lane, staying with that Infinite Physics. See if she made a move. Maybe she moved right maybe a little bit with her feet, try to go a little straighter. And kicks the 10 that time. Good shot there. Yeah, I don't think she's got a lot of room right. I think she's got to go straight up, pretty much straight at it. Very little belly there. I think that ball maybe gets out to 9 or something like that. So maybe like, 12 to 9, somewhere in there, and turning up through the pocket. So good shot there by Clara. Now to get within 1, she'll need this strike. Bruno Bidone sponsors the QubicaAMF Strike Tour Series as a special event organized by Bowling Promotion for the French Federation and the French Olympic Sport Channel for the promotion of bowling in general and the French teams specifically. Jack Blythe there, of course, from England as part of this stepladder. And Clara straight up the boards and a little bit high now. There's a 4-pin, and there is the curse. You come up a little bit late, and it's a 10-pin, and then you move right, and she did. Straighter up the lane, a little bit early reaction, turns up in the pocket, but just high for a 4-pin. Once again, nibbling around the pocket. It's been the theme of these lady professionals as they've tried to attack this oil pattern. And once again, impeccable on the spares, but Clara unable to double, puts her at 98 in the 5th, with Lindsay at 109 in the 5th with a strike. Again, 11-pin lead for Lindsay. Can she extend it here? You got to wonder if Clara is going to make a ball change here. Does she have anything that goes longer and turns a little bit harder? We'll have to see what happens. This is a fresh application of this oil. We'll see it break down as we move through these matches. And once again, splitting her mark right through between the 2nd and 3rd arrow and give her the strike. Beautiful shot there. Watch how this goes down. She gets on the side of it, puts her fingers up through it, power through the pocket. So you can see the ball continue through the pins. Good shot there by Lindsay. Lindsay had a killer year in 2005. She was Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, NCAA champions, and just crushed it at Nebraska. That one now, will it turn up? And there's a beautiful pocket strike by Lindsay, and she is now got a 21-pin lead. And Clara has to be thinking, do I need to make a move here? She says, no drama on that one. That one was perfect in the pocket. And beautiful double there by Lindsay Boomershine. Clara, oh, there's a dark code. That's a change in ball. Dark code longer and stronger for sure through the pocket. So she did make the ball change. Let's see if she moved her line or her feet. Looks like she might have moved a little bit right. And once again, right through 12, 11, and a little bit late into the pocket, gets the mixer strike. And I think this is a very positive move for Clara. And you can see she went straighter up the boards, did not read as hard. That ball does not have as an aggressive a cover as the Infinite Physics will, but it saved energy enough to get up and give her the mixer strike. And let's see how she can parlay that into eating into Lindsay's lead, which is now 21. Get it down to 11 with a strike here. Clara, of course, made a men's TV show in 2013 in the Cheetah Championship, one of only 3 women to do that. And rip through that one, and look at this shot. Perfect turn through the back end. Now this is the shape we're looking for. Watch how this ball turns up through the pocket, goes right straight through the pins, and that's the move she needed to make. So bravo, Clara Guerrero, understanding ball motion, making the mid-game call, changing equipment, and getting a double to put herself back in this match. Now only an 11-pin lead for Boomershine. Can she get it back to 21 with the strike here? Once again, splits the 12 board, and are you kidding? Oh yes, give it to me. Oh, what a great, what a break. She just taps that 10-pin with the 6-pin, and let's watch this one again. Oh, this is going to be interesting. She's thinking she left it, she carried it, she didn't carry it. What happened? Here's it is turning up. Straight shot. Turns up, look at the 6-pin, just taps that 10, and it rocks, and it rocks, and it rocks, and finally comes forward. Oh, that's great. To give her the triple, and back to the 21-pin lead. That was a key shot there in the 8th frame, and now Lindsay can set herself up in the 9th. I think they have a scoring correction. My guess is that machine thought that it was a spare shot when it wasn't, and it went out so late. So. Actually, if you can see over on the left there, that's KJ Martinez sitting there. KJ was first out of the stepladder. Unfortunately, did not make the top 10 in the qualifying. Just missed in the 11th spot. Here's Lindsay going for 4 in a row. And putting herself in a great position to win this match. And gets that out. And that's late. She got that a little bit left off her hand, caught the oil. Goes down the lane and leaves a 2-pin. And now there's an opening for Clara to close this gap and bring this match right down to the 10th. No surprise there. Every one of these women's series matches has been very close. These women are tough competitors. Lindsay, I think, just got that one a little bit left into the oil. It's a little surprising this left lane has shown itself to hook a little more. Maybe she was expecting that and did not see that hook, maybe with the fresh oil. Anyway, takes the mix, covers that up. So Lindsay at a 2:28 pace right now. And Clara right now at a 2:08 pace, but she can go 2:38 if she can go off the sheet. So I would strongly recommend that Clara triple here. We could see a tie. If both bowlers strike out, we'll see a tie. That's out in the track. Once again, the dark code makes the right move, turns through the pocket, give her the triple. Look at how far out that is, and look at how far that ball comes trucking through the pocket. Beautiful shot there by Clara. And now Clara has got herself a triple. And guess what? This match is now back within 11. Actually, it's 10 because Lindsay lost a pin of count on that 2-pin, so it's exactly a 10-pin match. This here to tie it up. Important shot on the 9th. Gets it out, turn it up. Good shot. Oh, wraps the 10. Too bad. That's exactly why she switched to that ball, to get away from those annoying 10 pins, but unfortunately this one got a little bit right of target. It's funny, this left lane seems to be a little bit more sluggish now that they've re-oiled. I thought that one would turn up a little bit more aggressive and carry for Clara, but it did not. Leaves the ring 10. And now Clara makes the spare, no problem. Now she's going to wrap things up. If she strikes, she's 217, which would force Lindsay to mark and get herself into the 220s. So that was a strike that Clara desperately needed, couldn't convert. Made the shot, got it out to the dry, made the turn, came up a little bit late for a ring 10. And now Clara looking at 217 max with the strike here. Count is important to force Lindsay to mark. another ring 10. That will give Clara 216. And once again, a hard-fought match. Every ball pretty much in the pocket. The only miss we've seen was Lindsay's 2 pins so far. So as we say, the pocket very accessible. It's about how do you get the ball to roll through the pins the right way. And Lindsay, if she were to go 9 miss, we'd have a tie. But we have seen very few opens from these ladies. That's about a board right of target, but it turns up, kicks the 10, and there's a winner. Congratulations to Lindsay Boomershine getting her revenge against Clara. And again, these bowlers are so closely suited. Makes no surprise at all that Lindsay comes back and wins this match, and she'll move on to face number 8 seed Jamie Gonzalez. Everybody please hit like, and we will alert you of this, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've got 25,000 plus subscribers, and we'll alert you when the new matches come out. They come out every few days, and you can follow this Masters stepladder along with us and find out who we will crown as champion. And Lindsay got that one way out, gets out to the dry. And Lindsay's going to come back with a 228 if she were to convert this 4-pin. So congratulations to Lindsay Boomershine. She won the Queens, and she won her first match here in the QubicaAMF Bowling Promotion Tour Masters Series stepladder. She will be back to face Jamie Gonzalez in her next match. Once again, please stick around for the interview where Marc Chavet will talk to Clara Guerrero about the match. I'm sure she'll talk about that ball change that she made. So great game by Lindsay there, edging out Clara Guerrero. And we'll see some stats here on strike spares, and there will be no opens, of course. Seeing all 9s. Now you see Lindsay 7 strikes, and Clara 5 spares to Lindsay's 4. No opens, 228 score. Congratulations to Lindsay Boomershine. We'll see you back when she faces Jamie Gonzalez.
Le premier tour s'est terminé pour cette Master Series. L'américaine Linday Boomershine qui a battu Clara Guerrero. On va prendre la température avec la colombienne. Clara, it is all over now. The Master Series, so close, but it came down to a couple balls. Some problems as well with the 10, the 7, the 10, the 7. We saw that all throughout the match.
Yes, definitely. I had some issues carrying the 10 pin. I did make a change with ball and balls. I went from the physics to the dark coat. It looked like it was much better. I got a turkey out of that, but I needed to strike in the 10 to put some pressure in Lindsay, and I didn't get that strike. I had some issues with the approaches. I couldn't use my legs as much as I wanted to get a little bit more leverage and throw better shots, but it wasn't for me today.
Voilà, alors Clara nous explique le process qu'elle a travaillé, qu'elle a essayé de faire pour essayer de mettre en place pour essayer de régler ses problèmes de 10 et de 7, tantôt le 10, tantôt le 7. Elle nous explique toute la routine qui était la sienne. Clara, earlier in the day, obviously we saw you reduced your speed, if you will. You were shooting at 27 kilometers per hour, then you moved down to 23, 24. But in this matchup, you kind of moved up again, back to 26, 27. Was it hard for you to go back down to 23, 24? Could you not find that sweet spot this time around?
Yeah, so actually the condition was fresh now again. So I wanted to go a little bit straighter, a little bit farther right, not to hook the ball as much. And for that, I just needed to keep my speed a little bit higher so I could stay a little bit firmer. And that was at least my strategy. It didn't work out as good. As I moved left, then I needed to slow down a little bit to get the ball to recover. But this time around, I just wanted to go a little bit straighter, a little bit firmer to have a better chance to beat Lindsay, that I know is a great player. So I was close. I was just like one shot away. I made the changes that I needed to do. I was confident, but didn't strike when I needed to.
Voilà, Clara nous explique toute la procédure, évidemment, parce qu'on l'avait vu tout à l'heure lors des rencontres de la division féminine. passer d'une vitesse de 27 km/h environ à 23-24. Elle trouvait la zone du strike. Là, c'est le même type de réalisation qu'elle a essayé d'apporter cet après-midi, le même type de modification et de changement. Elle n'a pas réussi à régler ce problème de 7 et de 10. Elle essayé plutôt de choisir une ligne plus directe pour essayer de mettre Linday en difficulté. Elle n'a pas réussi à le faire cette fois-ci, mais en tout cas, elle va nous quitter après une deuxième place du côté de la division féminine. Thank you so much, Clara. Second place earlier on in the women's division, eliminated here in round 1 for the Masters Series. We saw you also this morning. It's been a long day at the office. Thank you so much.